Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We've obviously had the Battlefield 6 beta going on for a few days now. We're headed into the open beta for the next few as well, which means even more players jumping on. The hype is probably going to get even crazier, and it's already been absolutely wild thus far. We've got some solid news today because EA and Battlefield have gone through and actually detailed a bunch of known updates, a bunch of fixes that they've already got planned for the game. We may see some of these updates, some of these fixes actually go live during the beta time, but then it's also, of course, already getting prepped, already getting ready for launch, which is fantastic news that they've gone through and they've shared so much going on as far as what they're looking into fixing because it's bugged or it's glitched, or what they're looking into changing based off of player feedback already. So we've got a lot to detail here as we do go through everything. If you guys enjoy the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support on the Battlefield content thus far. It's been really cool to see as we sort of branch into not just Call of Duty every single day. So really do appreciate all the support. And if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee that you're always up to date with all the new videos I post, be sure to drop that sub as well. Click that sub button, turn on those post notifications, and help get us one step closer to hitting 1 million subscribers. But anyways, as far as updates go, they actually have a lot of things that they've already detailed for soldier based updates. So primarily relating to gameplay here. They say the primary weapon deploy function is currently delayed during sprint, so that is something they're going to be adjusting here in the future. So if you're noting some sort of clunkiness, or you're noticing that there are some weird delays with that is something they're fully aware of as well. So that's good news there. Players are unable to ping enemies when they are using stationary weapons. They're looking into that. Sometimes a takedown is not performed even if the prompt is present in the HUD. So they are going to go through that way you can get your guaranteed takedown when you're trying to do that and embarrass that other player a little bit. Players are currently unable to ping or spot while in any vehicle. They're going to fix that so you can get out more information to your teammates there. Users transition to the first perspective if they redeploy while driving from an open seat vehicle. So they're looking into that as well. Characters attached to the zipline and riding animations are currently works in progress. So they are going to be fine tuning those animations for full launch of the game. Spamming the weapon mount function will exit a player from prone if they are in prone. So they're going to fix that. Aim assist when the player is close to smoke is a work in progress. So they're still going to tune that. It definitely is noticeable that there is less aim assist, it seems like, when smokes are popped and you're trying to do that, similar to how in COD smokes kind of disable that entirely. I don't imagine going to go through and make it crazy powerful, but it will be adjusted some for launch. Also, the player can sink into the ground after reviving a teammate. I've seen this happen a couple times. I can't lie, it's pretty funny, but if I was that teammate that was sinking, I'd be pretty annoyed. So good news that they're fixing that as well. They also give us quite a few weapon updates and details here regarding weapon behavior and a few other things. For instance, all barrel slot attachments have a placeholder in the description, so there will be updated descriptions for attachments moving forward. All machine gun weapons have placeholders in the description as well, so same deal there. Several weapons back iron sights clip through the camera when firing an ADS if you have customized some scopes. So just a little bug there. If you're going through and directly customizing certain things, they're well aware of it. Also, incorrect names are present for some scopes in the loadout menu, so they'll fix those as well. Mostly just like text issues there, it seems like. But then they detail weapon recoil here and actually give us some insight into this. They say early access and open beta are using the same build as the multiplayer reveal event. And we want to acknowledge that we're aware of some of the feedback around weapon recoil patterns. While not present within the open beta, a series of balance passes has already taken place around weapon recoil. However, they were not able to be included in the open beta build in time. The team is consistently paying attention to feedback around all weapons and will continue to keep players updated at a later point about more specific details when it comes to weapon balancing and gameplay. So some weapons that maybe feel a tad bit too easy when it comes to recoil will probably be adjusted to be a little bit more noticeable there. So there's a bit more of a skill gap present there. There are some guns that are just, quite frankly, absolute laser beams that have been showcased here, already throughout some clips. So they are going to be adjusting recoil, and we'll have more updates on that with actual specifics here at some point in the future. And of course, when that surfaces, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated, so stay tuned for that. We also have a lot of UI and UX updates that they've detailed too. They say the close map button is non-functional upon opening the map in game, so just an annoying sort of interaction bug there. Soldiers supply providers are missing an animation. Settings which feature slider UI elements are currently a work in progress and will be refined. So as you're going through and it's kind of finicky getting that exact value you're looking for, they're going to make that easier as time goes on there. Out of bounds elements for air vehicles with the diagonal stripes are not present on the capstone overview map. The icon for a spotted vehicle is not currently present. Game mode widget objective icons disappear while having selected another user who leaves the server, so just a weird like niche bug there. Pickup prompt is missing on some gadgets. The ability to bind crouch to a different key away from C is currently not functioning as intended. Even if you rebound a different key, C will still function as crouch. This almost happens on controller too, where if you play like alternate, it's going to make it so that you'll still be able to slide or crouch with your right stick, but it's also going to melee at the same time. That's a really annoying bug I know a lot of people have commented on so far. Also, a UI issue is causing challenge progression to appear reset between rounds or after restarting the client. Actual progress is not affected. There's just a visual bug with that. We've also got some new updates coming for maps and various game modes as well. Here they say distorted VFX or mirage and water effects can be seen in the firing range on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC, so all platforms really. Capstone has some missing lighting elements causing darker than intended areas. Barbed wire throughout the capstone does not damage or slow the player. Then also zipline ropes don't have a proper texture, so we'll see updates for all of that stuff. A few settings changes that'll be coming in the future. The big map opacity slider within settings is not actually functioning as intended, and then the DualSense vibration is not functioning via Bluetooth. They also did mention elsewhere that they're going to be updating some of the controller stuff, like with the enhanced triggers, whatever, the adaptive triggers. More settings to come there, it seems. The client has also in general been having some issues here, specifically on PlayStation 5. Some users may see an ID options modify screen. This is due to language not being the same as intended for this open beta version. So they actually want you to go through, delete your saved data on the install, change your console language to English, and then reinstall the beta so that you can actually fix that bug. There's also an issue on Xbox where players aren't able to actually record using the Xbox built-in feature, and turning off the EA app overlay may cause some performance issues as well, which is pretty drastic there on PC. There's also some crash awareness that they ended up posting here. If you're running into some crashes, you may get a splash screen crash that says D3, D12. Create device failed. This can be resolved by repairing the game. Players may experience a crash on a splash screen without any errors, which is kind of obnoxious there. You don't know what you have to fix or what you have to look out for, but they are going to fix that and update that in the future. You need to disable force randomization for images at times globally, or add an exception for the BF6 event. Disable that globally. Open Windows security, go into some app settings there, obviously on screen here if you want to follow the exact directions, and then restart. You could be good to go there. Updating your drivers as well. They want to just give a general PSA for this. If you're having graphic issues on PC or you're not seeing the ideal performance you're looking for, make sure you are on the latest drivers there. And then you also have updated Intel drivers that are out too. So really cool that they've actually gone through and detailed like dozens of new updates, new fixes here for Battlefield 6 already. And this was, day 2 of the beta. I think they put this out. So they got a lot of information just off the first day. Obviously, I'd expect we're probably going to see some updates go out for next weekend's full open beta as well. Maybe even some stuff in the final few open days for this first weekend as well. But really cool to see the level of transparency here and all the details for stuff they're already looking into. Obviously, as they do announce and reveal more stuff like this, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. So stick it here, hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for all the stuff upcoming there. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.